Hey everyone, welcome to Fudge Farm circa 1825. Today we're located at our newest listing, located at 2620 Main Street, Surgoinsville, Tennessee. This home and this property is absolutely beautiful. There's so much history involved, and the property itself is over 17 acres, and it's just mouthwatering. It's to die for. So we're going to take you on a tour right now and show you all this place has to offer. Follow us. Andrew Jackson, James K. Polk, and Andrew Johnson all visited this beautiful home. Wow, okay. So this is a really, really cool piece right here. We've got some greeters that are going to greet us at the door.
Do you want to shut the door so we can ring the doorbell?
Yeah, so I'm going to go inside and then you show them the doorbell, okay? Hi, fellas. Come on, this way.
So you said this doorbell is original to the house?
The doorbell is original to 1825.
Which way you turn it? Oh.
There you go.
So this home is a federal style home that was built back in 1825. And I think as you are going to be so shocked at some of the things that we're going to show you. We love this wallpaper. I love the wallpaper. He said that the wallpaper came from Williamsburg. Just beautiful, and it just really enhances the history of the home. So come this way and we're going to take you into this room right here. This used to be the dining room, and it's a library now. And of course it's got the gas log fireplaces, built-in shelves, built-in cabinets. The windows in this home are the original windows. Now what we understand is that the home it was refurbished back in, what was it, 1989? Okay, so it was refurbished back in 1989, but when it was done, it was restored back, using all of the original, historical architect. Okay, so a historical architect had done it and had just come in and just done such a beautiful, beautiful job. The windows still have that waviness, the glass and everything. The shutters, the wooden shutters were added. Yes, and all the woodwork is historic, but so beautiful. And look at the floors. What kind of floors do we have in here, Rodney? Okay. So the floors are the original floors from 1825. Wow. All right, we'll go this way, back into the foyer. And we're going to head right over here to this room. So one of the things that I like about this house too is that there is a master bedroom on the main level. So as you can kind of see, again, we've got the original floors from 1825. And I love the plank ceilings. How tall are the ceilings, Rodney? 12-foot ceilings. So, and again, something that we just learned recently about the closets is that the closets are actually called clothes presses.
And they were designed to be shallow so that way when they hung their clothes in here and the doors were closed, then it pressed the garments.
That is just so cool. I've seen closets like that, but I didn't know what it was actually called. So I'll let you out. We're going to take you upstairs now. We're going to save some of our favorite rooms for last. Rodney was telling us that the pegs, the pegboard that's up here was original to the house as well, and where they would hang their hats. So this certificate right here says Family Land Heritage Certificate of Honor, and this is awarded from Tennessee. They give out the Tennessee Century Farm Program, and they award this to people or give this to people who have had a farm that is over at least 100 years old, and this one is over 200 years old. So I love this banister. Usually I've never seen one like this, but this is maple, solid maple, and it is the smoothest. It is so smooth. So normally you would see like the carvings or something like that. This right here is just absolutely perfect. And it came from one tree all the way up. So you'll see it as we head all the way up. So this room right here is one of the guest rooms, and as you can see, these rooms are huge. It comes again with the clothes press, closets, just like we saw downstairs, original hardwood floors, 12-foot ceilings, and then again we've got the original windows that come with the home. This home was restored by an architect who made sure to keep the historic value that the home, preserve that historic value.
All of the fireplaces have been upgraded to the gas. They all work.
In every bedroom. This right here is one of the coolest features too that I have just found out. So Rodney was telling us, the owner of the home was telling us about these light bulbs. These are GE light bulbs, and they are original. It's the first, all the way back, Rodney, what year was it? 1900s. These light bulbs are from 1900. The original to the fixture, and they have never had to be replaced. So this bedroom right here is another guest room. Again, we've got the 12-foot ceilings, original windows, original hardwood floors, and the clothes press closets again. This right here, you can also kind of see where they've got some shelves in it. I think one side may have shelves, the other one is made to where you can actually hang. So I thought this was a really cool little folklore tale. So legend has it from way, way back, brought up generation through generation with the Fudge family, that back in the 1800s, there was a little girl named Jessie. She was 5 years old, and she passed away. And when she did, they said her spirit went through the window and created these angel wings. I thought that was just such a sweet, sweet tale. But again, this is folklore, and it goes along with the house and all the history that comes with it. This was originally the nursery from back in the 1800s, early 1900s, and it's been turned into a full bath, the barefoot claw tub. You can see the attic entrance up above, and the way to get to that is these steps right here. And of course they said that the attic is spacious enough to where you could actually stand up and walk around. Okay, so right now we're in the dining room, but this room has got a really neat story to it as well. This is the room, it was called the pass-through,
dog trot.
And dog trot was the word that was used in the Appalachian area. And what this did was, this was the room that would take you between the summer kitchen, which is behind us, and then the winter kitchen, which is below. And let's see, I believe he told us the story that in the winter kitchen down below, the heat would warm this room up, so when they would cook down there or build a fire.
Library. So the library was originally the dining room. So the heat from the winter kitchen would come up and would heat the dining room, which is now the library. So this was open. They called it a dog trot because your dogs could trot back and forth.
That's a neat story. So we've got the shiplap walls, the shiplap ceiling, the original floors. Okay, and for anyone who's interested, I know you're probably noticing a lot of the beautiful antique furniture that is located throughout the house. A lot of the items in this home are also for sale. But one of the things about this table that he was telling us was this used to be a
square grand piano that they found in a barn that was on the property, and the owners,
back in 1800. It had been here since the 1800s, right?
Yes, and the owner had the tabletop and the
legs.
The legs?
Yeah, had the legs and everything, and had it made into this dining room table. But again, 1800s. But a square grand piano, must have been one big piano.
I know those legs are massive.
I know, my goodness. Okay, let's go in here to this next room.
This one is definitely my favorite room. I think this is going to be everybody's favorite room. You want me to close this door?
Yes, please. So one of the things that we have learned about this room right here, this used to be called the summer kitchen. They would cook right over here. And again, you can see right now it's currently got the gas log fireplace in it. And tell them about the wallpaper.
So the room had 7 layers, did he say? 7 layers of wallpaper. They didn't even know that these walls were behind all of this wallpaper until they took it down. So it's incredible.
It is.
It's a mixture of wood beams and brick. And I've never seen anything like it.
No, and I mean, if you look at the artwork, I mean, just how it's built is just
And even the
insane.
ceiling, what did he say, that it was varnished wood?
Yeah, and he said that the ceiling planks used to be, they actually flipped them, and they had been blue before, and they sanded that, refinished them, and stained them.
And over in the corner used to be a ladder that led upstairs where the servants stayed as well.
Right. So, but this room is definitely one of my most favorites. I mean, when you just said, this is where I would be the whole time.
Absolutely. It is so cozy.
And the doors, look at the doors. I love the doorways.
Did you see how you lock it?
No, I missed that. Look at that.
So it just latches and it opens and goes into the kitchen.
Oh, look at this table right here too. So this table right here is actually called a candle table. How do you say it? Candle table. And that way you can put the candle on there, or you can lay it flat down and they would sit and play games or cards on it. But that right there stays. Okay, so this room right here is obviously the kitchen, and I'll let you tell the history.
It originally was a screened-in porch that during the restoration, they took that screened-in porch and turned it into the kitchen that we see now.
And that was back, and the restoration was back in 1989. Yeah, so we've got the kitchen here, and we've got a full bath, stand-up shower, and then the laundry room area. So, and then, so from this room, you also have access right behind you to the summer kitchen. So that door right there leads into the summer kitchen as well.
So as you come out of the kitchen, you're entering into the sunroom that was part of the addition. Nice, cozy little room.
It is, it is. I love all the windows, don't you? So we've got the insulated windows, beautiful woodwork, recessed lighting, plus a ceiling fan, and then of course you've got access to the outside as well from this room.
So now as you come out from the house, you're entering into the canning cellar where they do their canning.
I know, and it's so cool. Wait till you see, I'm going shopping. So like Holly said, this is the canning cellar, and we're going shopping for groceries.
Got some corn and some peppers. What'd you get?
Tomatoes and green beans. So, but look at these walls. The stone, okay, so Rodney was telling us about the stone was actually made across the street at the, what was it, the quarry across the street.
The quarry across the street, up on the ridge.
Up on the ridge. So at this point, where we're taking you now is to a room that is called the winter kitchen.
Which would be directly below the library, which was originally the dining room.
Yes, this is the room that we were talking about that they would come down here and cook and didn't even have to do anything with the heating upstairs because it would literally heat up the dining room.
So he was telling us that the sheriff used to come and stay, and they would use this room over here as a jail cell and keep a prisoner overnight.
He was showing us the bars. You can actually see the bars that were part of the jail cell. You can see in the window area there.
Which leads over into where we just were, in the canning room.
And if you look closely, you can see the shackles where they used to shackle the prisoners. This room right here has a working fireplace. Well, the fireplace right now currently has gas logs in it, but this is another place where they would come and cook. Now, and something that I thought was so cool about, now this is the quartz, I mean the stone again that came from the quarry that is, he said, up the ridge. And these bricks, I don't know if you heard him tell me this, these bricks were actually made on the property.
Wow.
So everything about this house, including the bricks alone, were actually made.
That's amazing. This is one of my favorite things too about this room.
Yes.
He said that a lot of the servants had carved their initials and their names into the stone.
How amazing. I mean, again, this is from the 1800s.
Talk about a piece of history.
Yeah, yes,
This is something you don't find.
So another really cool feature that he was telling us was that there used to be a root cellar here in this room right here, right above this floor, and it was made out of logs that had been split in two, and they had the flat side facing up. And the Confederate soldiers, they would hide them underneath that floor.
After the war.
After the war.
Because they had bounties on their heads.
That's right. That's so amazing. Okay, so this home also comes with a circular driveway. Enter in one way, pass through the carport area, and you can drive right on out the opposite direction. This is the carport area that you and I were discussing, that this is more than just like a little carport area. This is like a total entertaining section right here.
The breeze is amazing, and I love the sound of those chimes.
Oh
too.
my gosh, I do too.
So you also have the detached garage. It's a two-car garage, and there's a little bit of storage on to the side as well.
There is storage in there, that's great. And then this back barn right here, this little back shed that's back here that's got the Pepsi-Cola, Pepsi-Cola emblem on it, that was the well house. And from what I understand, still actually works, even though it is tied on to city water. The well house actually works. And it was hand dug in 1825.
Wow, can you imagine digging that out?
No. And then this little house, this little building right over here, this is where they would like hang their meat.
Smokehouse.
It's called the smokehouse, yeah. And there was a little plank type area right up above where they would hang the meat to keep the rats from being able to get up on it. They would crank it down so that you could reach the hooks, hang the meat, and then just crank it back up to get it out of reach. And all of that is still intact. But as you can see, this property spreads out 17 acres. 17 plus acres. It's so beautiful. There's so many places on here that if someone wanted to maybe build another home, but I tell you what I see being done with this property. You can guess.
A bed and breakfast or a venue
Yes.
is what I would do. Because you've got the barn up on the hill. Somebody could finish that barn out and have
Could you see having
events
weddings
there.
and stuff
Yes,
up there?
absolutely.
Fixing that up and it wouldn't take much at all to fix that barn up. I mean, it's just beautiful and it's huge. And then use the home as like, where they could just do the cooking, the prepping, people can stay.
Your bridal party, you know, you have a spot for the girls to get ready for their bridal party, or the gentlemen in another room.
But I also love the location of this house, with it being right at the historic Jonesboro area. I mean, think
Rogersville?
Yeah, in Rogersville. I said Jonesboro, in the historic Rogersville area. I mean, just think of all that how many amenities are close by.